February 7th, my cyber stalking experience started. I was bombarded with threatening and hateful messages through my website, Let's Connect. The messages were appalling, and I released a lot of them. I also held on to a lot of them. But I knew that I needed to deter this individual and their trolls and their minions. So the next morning, I turned off the Let's Connect on my website. I understood that leaving that on meant that these individuals could continue to harass me freely, and that they could be anonymous because they could put, whatever in that field. So I turned it off. And sure enough, the next day, the hate that I was receiving started to lessen, right? Why? Because sending it to my email, right? That means that I'm going to be able to get the IP address, right? So that was my next step to deter my cyber stalker. I released the IP addresses of some of the more egregious, again, I'm using my terminology very loosely here, some of the egregious emails that I received. And sure enough, again, I still have received sporadic emails, but since taking those actions, I stopped the bombardment of hate that I was receiving via my website. Okay, so why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I took actions and am currently taking actions to address my cyber stalker. So I'm wondering, what actions did he take? Because this is his excuse, that it's trolls and he's cyber stalked and blah, blah, blah. Okay, what steps did he take? How did he deter these horrendous people? Y'all, there were violent threats made against me, and I developed an action plan, and I'm executing that action plan, and I'm not going to allow it to continue. I'm going to put an end to this dude's reign of terror. But in the process, I'm also going to show you how many holes are in his story. Okay? Because he claims to live in fear. So if you're living in fear, my dear, why are you engaging with your trolls? What other evidence do you have other than your flapping gums that you're being harassed? Okay? Think about it. Someone who is in fear of his life and lives every day wondering if he is going to be swatted again is a super host on Airbnb. So I'm wondering, is he afraid? And if he is afraid, like I've said previously, is there a disclaimer? Or is he not afraid? And lastly, before I sign off for a little while, there is no evidence to suggest that this man was swatted 47 times. And the evidence that does suggest, or does prove, I should say, that he was swatted 7 times suggests that he was part of it. Don't believe me? Go to YouTube. It's all out there.